Darth Jar Jar had yet again made it out of a sticky situation, this time against Commander Bly, killing the clone commander in the process. But now Jar Jar's military was almost completely destroyed. He needed to find a new place to acquire troopers. His second in command, Trekker, came up with a solution. Sir, what if we went to the Mandalorians and hired their soldiers? Many of them are mercenaries for hire, and they are highly trained and skilled. It could fill out our army quickly. Jar Jar liked this idea and went to Mandalore. He spoke with Chet Banner, the leader of a particularly wicked Mandalorian warrior faction. Chet was hesitant at first to join with Jar Jar, but after using Force mind tricks, Jar Jar bent his will. Now Jar Jar had a much larger army, and was more confident than before. He decided to strike back at Palpatine by attacking a clone outpost on Alderaan that was being defended by Commander Deviss. Hey guys, what's going on? Daily Tactics here, and I am back with episode 3 of Darth Jar Jar, the mini-series that we've been working on here. And today, Jar Jar is back with a new army, and his old army. He's sort of mingled them together. As we can see, there are a mix of Mandalorians, as well as his own Binks Brigade troopers, and now they have joined forces. Here is Darth Jar Jar himself right there, along with Chet, who is the leader of the Mandalorians, and then he's got his boy Trekker right here, who is his number 2 in command. So they are going to be attacking Commander Deviss's fortress here. Deviss has anticipated this attack. He's seen them coming. He saw the ship land, so he prepared his troopers. And one of these guys is not super prepared because he's chilling in the open there. And he's fortified. So there are a ton of choke points within this area. It's going to be very, very difficult for Darth Jar Jar to actually attack here. Because, you know, you come into one hallway and then all of a sudden you're stuck there until you eliminate the next hallway, and so on and so forth. So it's going to be a tough battle for Darth Jar Jar and his men. And I'm not totally sure if they're going to succeed. But I don't know. I think it'll be pretty interesting to watch. Here's Commander Deviss himself right over here. With the 327th Star Corps in red instead of Bly's yellow. I don't really know the lore behind it, but I think they just sort of share the 327th or something like that. I'm not totally sure, but you can explain it in the comments if you do know. Regardless, let's get started here. And Binks Brigade begins to move out here. As we can see, they're sort of scattered and not in very good formation, and that's because they obviously didn't train together, so they're not really in sync, which might be a negative for them in the battle. There's Darth Jar Jar himself right there. Let's see, can we spot? Well, there's Chet, and then Trekker is harder to spot because he blends in a bit more with the Mandalorian armor, but maybe he's over here leading this outpost of men. Either way, the battle has started as they exit out of the woods. Already a few of the 327th Star Corps has gone down, and these guys are getting pretty heavily suppressed. But they're pouring on a ton of fire into the Binks Brigade over here, and they've gotten a number of kills, actually. I'd like to note these awesome sniper rifles that some of the Mandalorians have. Look at them. They look so powerful. This guy has it right there. The guy in green. Look at that thing. Oh, it's an absolute beast. Looks so cool. I really admire that blaster. But the outside defenses are not long for this world, as many of them are just getting gunned down pretty much immediately. They did manage, like I said before, to get a good number of kills, but this wasn't really what Deviss was counting on. This was more to slow down the enemy, or just sort of judge their strength, maybe catch them unawares as they came out of the forest and whittle them down a little bit. But the bulk of his defense is really on the inside, where, like I said before, there are going to be multiple choke points, and it will be a little bit tougher to assault. We got one last clone on the top little area over here as he watches Mandalorians and Binks Brigade troopers alike begin to swarm the outside of the base. But the only way in, luckily for them, is this one area over here. Although most of the guards on the immediate inside are dead, there's a few remaining, and they're going to put up a little defense here, and as we can see, they are. But once Binks Brigade really starts swarming in here, like they are doing now, they might not stand as much of a chance. Actually, these guys are doing a great job. Binks Brigade is getting gunned down fairly efficiently here. Um, as they team in and they don't even look behind them, and they keep making the same mistake over and over again. We've also got one sniper over here who's taking some pot shots at this guy. Manages to nail him, but he goes down. These three still alive. Jeez, what is wrong with Binks Brigade? There's Darth Jar Jar himself. A few of these guys actually did make it in now, and it looks like they're going back out to try and challenge these guys, or just to run back out. I'm not sure about that. It seems like maybe Jar Jar's plan is to try and get as many people into this room as possible and then deal with these guys. I'm not sure. But now these guys are going down. And yeah, those three did drop, but not before taking out a plethora of Binks Brigade, which is obviously not good for Binks Brigade. These guys here are in a great position right now because they get to shoot into this tiny little slit, which makes it very difficult for the enemy to shoot back at them. But it does look like three of them have already gone down, so that advantage is already being used up a little bit. Alright, more Binks Brigade members are teaming in now, and starting to cut down a few of Deviss's men. 327 Star Corps is, of course, a very powerful legion, so Darth Jar Jar's men are going to have some trouble with this. I'd like to just get these guys on the inside. I don't really consider this me commanding them. I just consider it the AI being too stupid to actually get men into the building itself. I mean, look at them. They're literally glitching themselves up onto this palisade. What? Maybe that's their strategy all along. Glitch the game and win. Alright, but we are just going to sort of bring them into that foyer room. And just that way they're with the men, you know, and they're at least participating in the battle. So, now that we have all these men in here, a few of them are getting some shots off at Deviss's men over there, killing a few of them. But for the most part, oh, actually now they're doing quite well. They just gunned down 3 men in quick succession right there. In fact, I might... Oh, Jar Jar's just going in now. Okay, no, he's going out. Bye, Jar Jar. Interesting. It's just a mess of bodies right here, in all honesty. Binks Brigade is not getting a ton of fire off, and a few men are just shooting this wall. Can't say that that's super effective. It's just derpy. Alright, but it seems like the main fighting is going on right here between just a few guys who are trying to shoot down this little corridor, and they are getting a few hits, and the enemy is continuing to be suppressed. This guy's got one of those beast sniper rifles. Hopefully he can do something about these enemies. Ooh, one of the Star Corps goes down, having been pushed out of his position by a little grenade there. Very smart move. I think Binks Brigade needs to start using a few more grenades, if I'm being completely honest, instead of just charging in like that. And there was another one, actually, and they did manage to acquire another kill. They do have one guy left up here who glitched himself up, and he takes one shot, misses, and then dies. Way to go. A few more men coming in here. Ooh, they strategically grenaded over this way, but didn't manage to land any kills on those guys. Bit of a shame for Binks Brigade right there. We still have a few guys on the outskirts out here. Alright, what are you guys doing? What's your go plan here? One Mandalorian crawling up to the door here, maybe trying to stay low amidst the bodies and not be seen. Oh man. This is definitely not going the Oh, that was a nice snipe. Holy cow. Actually, they've nailed almost everyone down this long corridor here. Ooh, and one man makes it very, very far. There's only four troopers defending this little room here now. So Binks Brigade should be able to take this. And a grenade goes out, knocks one of those men off. The other two dive for cover. One of them dies, but the other one dies as well as he tries to return. So now this room is open for Binks Brigade to actually push on into. Oh, and there's Chet, the leader of the Mandalorians, having been gunned down at this choke point. I didn't even notice that happen. Man, oh man. I do wonder if Trekker's still alive. Binks himself is right there. He's sort of laying on the ground there. I'm not seeing Chet. There's a very good chance, or no, sorry, that's Chet. Trekker is who I'm talking about. There's a very good chance Trekker's dead. Alright, and Bing's Brigade begins to enter into this room again. We can hear that super powerful sniper rifle actually going off. And they have nailed a few of the Deviss's men over here. Here's Deviss himself actually engaging in the battle personally now. He's got no kills, but I expect big things from you. Alright, he does actually just nail a guy. Was that him? No, it wasn't. Never mind. Deviss is taking some heavy fire, though, so he might be going down pretty soon. Not totally sure. Let's retreat Deviss, because I'd like to see more from him in the battle. Nope, he dies as I tried to retreat him. Poor Deviss, he goes down, but his men will live on in his honor. There are still a lot of the Star Corps troopers left alive and in fairly good choke points. This man, oh my god, this Mandalorian, pops in, kills the guy guarding the door, and then pops out in one fluid motion without dying, and now he's healing up a little bit because he might have sustained a few injuries, but, I mean, that was dang impressive right there. I am thoroughly impressed by that man. And now these guys are hugging the wall, trying to get an angle on these guys without being shot at by these guys. And that is a very good strategy. They managed to nail that guy and get a grenade off right there, and that is going to be the end of those three. Wow. And they're pushing further into the building and killing some guys who think they're undercover, but really are not. A few of Bing's brigade is going down, though. Ooh, this guy made the mistake of entering this room without even realizing there were 4 guards there, and more follow suit. They probably think, oh, this guy made it in successfully, only to just get gunned down brutally. Alright, this room over here is almost taken. There's only 3 troopers in there. Only 2 in this room. And this room over here, which did have a strong, promising defense, is now getting grenaded. Tosses the grenade away. There's only 2 troopers left. And a few Mandalorians, but... Oh, nice. Okay, these 2 are survivors. But then they're continuing to get grenaded. It's only a matter of time before they die. This is actually the armory in here. Oh, my god. Oh, that guy missing his shot ended up being the death of him. There's 1 trooper left alive over here and 3 over here. Bing's brigade has a very easy task now. And it looks like the final engagement of the battle is underway. All of these men are equipped with DC-15As. This man goes down. Another one over here goes down. 2 men left. And Bing's brigade is ruthless. They will take no prisoners. Ooh, this guy manages to get a nice little cheeky kill before his death. Another one, too. That's 2 for him. Oh, God. He gets another one before finally getting flanked there. And that is the end of the battle. Bing's brigade pulling through, but they took very, very extremely heavy losses. I mean, honestly, they took so many losses. Look at the piles of bodies all around. Somewhat ridiculous, but Darth Jar Jar, who is over here, you can see his derpy duck face, has won the day. I don't see Chet. Let me know if you saw, or sorry, I keep saying Chet. I don't see Trekker. Maybe Trekker was just injured or something. I don't see him right now, but another victory. That's the 3rd victory in a row for Darth Jar Jar, but I have a feeling very soon things will probably not go his way. You can only have so many victories in a row, 2 of which, the first 2, were pretty lucky that they didn't get wiped off the earth. This was pretty strategic and well planned out, but I don't know. I have a feeling Darth Jar Jar might be in for some troubling times very soon. Either way, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Comment, rate, and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you all later. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.